green chicken curry. Green chicken curry.
I like heavy food. It's healthy.
No.
Is it?
It sticks to your ribs. All right. We're here with Patrick Murray, aka Baba. We're at Babajan Restaurant. We're gonna sit down with him and talk about all the struggles and the sick with owning a business or owning a restaurant. Baba, welcome.
Yeah. Cheers, Mike.
Nice to see you, bro. Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay. Before we even get started, I want to thank you for your hard work and all the stuff you've done throughout the years.
Oh, I appreciate that. Get me shivers.
Yeah. Because honestly, one of the first parties I went to when I came to Stockholm was one of your parties. It was the old place out by
the ethnographic museum north of Djurgården.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What was that thing about back then?
After many years of raving, exploring cultures, I started to work at a place called Café 44. And we built a kitchen there, me and my wife. And after a few years, we started Babajan when that was ended. So we started 1996.
Okay.
With a big inspiration from our background in the backpacking, raving classes.
Okay, did you backpack a lot during your years? Where did you go? India, Thailand?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Kopangang, India, Nepal, Bali, and all these places. The hippie trail.
And where does the name Babajan come from?
We wanted to call the restaurant for Totem.
Okay.
But the guys in the museum think Totem is get the imagination that is like white guys roped around the totem with a fire under, and then these natives going around. So we had to pick up other names. I named it after myself and my father.
Okay.
Baba was my nickname since mid-80s when I started to travel to India.
Okay.
And Jan is my father. So we started it together.
Fantastic. So it's Baba and Jan.
Yeah, that's the inspiration for the name, and we didn't have a clue that it means a lot of things in both Swahili, Farsi, Urdu, Turkish, Armenian, and almost means same thing, a great father or some guy of honor, but it can even be a female. There is a female saint called Babajan. Some Muslims, they can have saints. Not all of them, but some of them can have. So there is one famous saint called Babajan. Wow. And also a warlord in Afghanistan. We had our opening party together with this Peace in Mind Festival people. It was a concept in New Age, and they had permission from the fire department to put out 5,000 light candles in the Djurgårdsbrunns canal.
Wow.
And we were out there with a huge sound system. Fantastic. And when they raided this party in Långholmen, everyone went to us. It was this Psytrance Legends, this Space Tribe family. So Ollie played at our first. It was amazing.
Brilliant. This was out in Djurgården, the first.
Yeah, the first party we had.
Fantastic. See, this is why I wanted to sit down, because people maybe they came to a restaurant before or they've seen you around town, but I mean, I think it's important for us to kind of get an understanding of who people are and how we kind of got to where we are, not only in the techno scene, but what the techno people or the trance people or the party people, the people that's been India, Thailand, done the backpacking, what they do after when they come home. How to incorporate those ideas and those things that they learned outside of Sweden and kind of bring it back home and help to make the culture richer and better. I really appreciate that.
That's very true. In Goa, when I was there in the mid-80s, the electronic music just took over from the bongo drums. And so people were collecting music during the summers, and when they went back, they have these amazing mixtapes. And they did the mixtapes with cut and glue to make the songs long and put out sounds of movies and put it in as a kind of very early sampling.
Wow, so when you say mixtapes, you mean actual cassette tapes?
Yeah, actual cassette tape. Walkman Professional was the thing before that.
Fantastic, I remember those tapes, of course.
And I remember also when this guy Sven Vett, when he went, he had a huge hit in the Goa scene from his group. I think his hit was out 1983 on 6 Records. It was one of the earliest club style. And when he went to Goa first time, he brought his record players and rented the biggest house. Everyone said, what the fuck is that guy? But it doesn't went out, even if he bought like 1,000 assets for every party to everyone. But he didn't fill in with the elders in Goa. It's very snobbish out there.
The main reason why we're here basically is to talk to you also about, you know, what's been going on since you've been in the restaurant business and how it's been affected by the pandemic. I know it can be easy for you.
No, it's really, really tough, but my problem started for many years before the pandemic. I will put the blame on the market. When you have a verksamhetslokal like this, it's the market forces that decide the rents. And I had a 120% rent raise for 4 years ago. So my rent is 71,000 every month, and that's a lot because this is not on a high street. I paid a fortune to buy it for 2.6 million. I bought it for, and I took a loan, and I'm still paying off that, but it's almost paid off.
But I mean, what do you think can be done? Do you think this is something that's going to keep happening? They're going to keep, you know, having these ridiculous rental raises, or you think it's going to level out at some point?
According to people who are into markets, they are self-regulated, so there will be a fallout of all the small businesses. And you can see the boutiques there, the small shops. People buy things on the net. They go to big corporations that are having cheaper addresses with everything in, free parking. What is it called? Galleria, malls.
Exactly, malls.
So that kills the local communities everywhere. We don't have this local bike guy. You can see only the barbers is like booming a little bit.
At least for now, at least. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, but you can't buy a new hairstyle on the internet.
Exactly. You got to go in somewhere someone has to do it for you. They haven't figured that one out yet.
And it's the same. I can't work from home with this business.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, it must be a lot more difficult. You said you were already having issues, but it must be much more difficult now.
I'm putting in everything I own private. I'm putting in the company. I'm going around to my relatives and the people I know have little money to help out and take loans and sell my assets.
Because that's what I think is strange. If the government is offering some kind of assistance to people who are in trouble, then that's kind of a counterproductive thing to say, oh, but you can't get it if you're in debt. You wouldn't need it unless you were in debt. If everything was flowing fine. I mean, that's a bit of a...
Yeah, it's tricky, that one. There's a lot of unserious businesses that don't want to help. There's a lot of people that are using the system.
Exploiting the system.
Yeah. But I think it's much worse, a little bit higher up when they're still having aktieutdelning and stuff.
Yes.
You see the same in schools. With the school paying, the private actors can sell the school services to the public and get money from our tax, and then they're taking a big vinstuttag, a big profit, and hide everything during a complicated system of countries and moving the people. And it's completely legal. the evil market forces are far behind the laws and the politicians.
Yeah.
And that's a problem because the school's getting worse and worse. A lot of things that we people can do. It's important that we do it and don't put it in the hands of the corporate.
No, we can't. I don't think. Before there used to be certain parts of the government or certain parts of society that were out to, in a way, help. I think those things are getting less and less. Regardless of what country you go to.
No, we're going towards the American style that all the help should be voluntary, so that they can kind of whitewash their wealth.
Exactly, I agree. But do you have any strategy for the future?
Is to have as little costs as possible. Make the food in daytimes, the books in night times, and during the opening hours I'm standing in the bar and in the kitchen, and I clean the locale before, so I'm back like on the step one when I started this business for 30 years ago.
Exactly. And now it seems like the restaurant is starting to fill up, so I won't take up too much more of your time. Thank you so much for sitting down and talking to us. Thanks for letting us be here. And all the best in the future, man. You were one of the first people that showed me hospitality when I came to Stockholm, so whatever I can do to make sure that your ideas and your project keeps going forward, I'm willing to do that 100%.
That's lovely.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So remember, if you guys got some time, you got some money, come down to Babajan, get some beer. They got a gigantic beer list. They got lots of good food. They got vegetarian choices. They even got some Jamaican food, people. Come on down, fill up your belly, have a good time. Peace. One of the things I want to do with the show is that I want to kind of create these things where it's like you recognize it from show to show. There's something that ties all of it in. So like you watch like this show, like for instance, the thing I want to put before this is I want to put Bubba before this, because it's like, yeah, there's for the people that have the money to go down to Babajan, yeah, please go down there and support him. But if you don't have the money to go down to Babajan, this is how you make yourself a nice meal.
Okay.
Right, yep. We're gonna do a little kitchen thing. You know, first edition of Marie's recipes. Friend of mine, Marie, she's a chef. Oh, actually, I'll probably wait a second and let y'all let her tell it. So she'll be right there in a couple of seconds. Ready? Oh, we do like this. Maybe I'll chairs with her instead. Ready? There we go. Now she's here. This is my homie Marie. It's a nice Sunday night. We're gonna take it a little easy. We're gonna make some food. You know, we know that a lot of people that hang out in the techno scene, a lot of young people that don't necessarily know how to cook, or maybe a little bit too lazy to cook or too tired to cook after parties and stuff like that. So we're gonna throw together something that's like nice and easy, very nutritious.
Green chicken curry.
Marie here, explain your credentials, like what you've been working with and all the rest of the stuff.
I am a professional chef. I've been doing that for about 10 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many different places you've been working at?
Many. I'd say maybe at least 10.
About 10 places in Stockholm.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What are you gonna make for us today?
It's just gonna be like Thai green chicken curry.
Thai, like Thai Thai?
It can be. Well, you're gonna eat it, so it's gonna be yours as well. But like it's from Thailand.
All right. Mm-hmm. So a Thailand style green curry.
Yeah.
With chicken.
Yes, with chicken. Yeah.
All right.
But like the chicken is optional. Like it's gonna have less steps if you do it without the chicken, but you could do it with vegetable stock as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for all the vegans and vegetarians out there, this is a multi-purpose meal. Just do it the same exact thing, except of course don't put the chicken inside.
Yeah.
All right. If you're gonna get it cracking. Oh, so you want to say something?
Yeah, and also you could add like maybe cashews for like extra protein.
Exactly.
If
Yeah. Explain to us what the ingredients is in there.
Yeah, we have a whole chicken. I'm gonna show you how to take that apart as well. It's super easy.
Fantastic.
Have some coconut milk, fish sauce, green curry paste, some lime, garlic. I use also lime leaves, chili, potatoes, onions, ginger, carrots, and cilantro.
Okay. And what's this here in the corner?
No, I'm actually, I bought the wrong thing. I'm not gonna use it.
So you're gonna need a knife, of course.
Yeah.
Sharp one, the sharper the better, so you can chop through the chicken. Did we talk about the fish sauce? Fish sauce!
Like, this is my favorite brand, but like, yeah, you can get any brand goes. Yeah.
Can we see your favorite brand?
No commercials. They ain't paying us for that.
Sorry.
We've been giving shout outs to your shirt. What's on there?
This is Pink Hell Records.
Okay.
A friend of mine has a record label.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Victor Hemgren.
Okay, yeah, I know that dude.
Yeah.
What? Shouldn't the shirt be pink though? Pink color?
Well, black is cooler.
I agree with you on that.
I'm also gonna like put some spinach and like broccoli in this, which is like, for me it's like more nutritious than. But like the vegetables are kind of optional. What kind of vegetables you put in it, or like how much you want to put in it.
Okay.
Like I got some like this mini mice also, because like it was a good price.
There you go.
But you don't have to have it in. Like you can basically like even not use like any vegetables at all if you don't want to. But yeah, it's gonna be a really thin curry then.
There you go.
Yeah, with like garlic and onions and chili, you really need to have. I'm gonna like put out a little snack for us as well. Also for the brave people. Excellent snack to have. Like I love frozen mango.
You know, when I was little, for everybody don't know, I was born in Jamaica. So when I was little, I used to be able to climb in mango trees and sit there in mango season and just eat mangoes. And I feel slightly, almost disrespected that I'm getting these little square chunks. This is not mango. This is like.
Well, for me it's kind of like ice cream, but not.
It's a mango.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, it's because it's frozen. It's kind of like a sorbet, then, and it's sweet, so you feel your like sweet need.
Anyhow, we ain't here. This is not the mango episode. This is the Thai green curry episode.
Yeah, and with chicken, it's important to like keep everything clean, wash your hands, and certainly wash the cutting board directly after.
Wait, before you start, have a sip. Cheers.
Cheers. We'll start with like taking off the legs, and you can feel the joint like where it bends here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how do you develop your interest in cooking?
Clearly my grandma taught me how to cook.
How old were you then?
I think I was like 5.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because like that was our like bonding time. That like I helped her in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with your grandma?
No, but like we visited her like during the summers and yeah, a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. And my parents are like, okay, my father knows how to cook, but like he's the like pressure cooker cook.
Okay.
So he puts everything in a pressure cooker. He's like,
Mush.
Yes.
Soft.
Delicious mush. Well, yeah, like you take apart like the arms and legs first, and then you have like the carcass left, and that's kind of like very like thinly attached. You can like divide it in half here. Yep. And the breasts, actually, I would not use in the curry. So I'm gonna remove the breasts from this. Yeah, because the breast is white, like kind of white meat.
Yeah.
So the breasts, like not like if you boil it for a long time, it's gonna be dry. Yeah, so that's not that nice. You know what, dry chicken? So the breast you can like use another time. Well, you can use the breast for another time. Like I can put in the breast later.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I would do to avoid that.
Yeah, but like you don't want dry white meat.
Rock and roll. So now we'll be at the stage where we at?
No, like now the chicken is taken apart. Like the parts that I will make the stock with is of course the parts that have bones in them.
Okay.
So you want the carcass, like you want the bones, because that's how you get the chicken stock.
The flavor.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. And like this is what the breasts were attached to. You just like follow the bone and like pull it out.
Pull it off, and you're good to go. But how long would you say all this is gonna take? Well,
Like if when you're making your own stock, it's gonna take longer.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't have to make your own stock.
Okay. Now, when you say your own stock, you mean like so you're gonna add like fund?
Yes, like
or
bouillon. Yeah.
bouillon, exactly. Yeah. So there's like a little cube with some water inside. Like
Yeah.
chicken.
Wash your hands.
I bought chicken once and it was so strange tasting. I swear, but I think it was pigeon.
Like nobody's giving you pigeon instead of chicken.
You never fucking-
like
they were
pigeon is
selling-
more expensive.
Is it?
Yes, pigeon is fancy.
Ah,
Yeah.
people eat pigeon?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. I'm gonna cover like the chicken in water and like start boiling it and add cold water, not hot water. So kind of like so.
Okay.
Yeah. You can put it on a high heat at first, like to bring it to a boil, because like I know that this stove takes a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like if you have an induction or a gas one, like you put it on medium heat.
Okay.
Yeah. I cut it in half and then I like remove the lid.
Ah, yes, he's a drummer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, because I mean, I never complain about people that's making my food.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Don't
something
fuck with
I
them.
don't do. It's like, I don't want nobody spitting in my food.
But nobody does that.
People do
Nobody
that.
does that.
People do
And
that.
also like if you get like someone who spits, you're lucky. You know.
No, but it's, I mean, there's worse stuff than spit.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like what?
Come.
Do people do
Come
that?
People's food?
No, nobody does that kind of things. Like we're busy.
Oh, okay.
We don't have time to fuck with your food. Rumors are just that. Rumors.
Some of them are based in fact too.
Like there's this weird rumor going around that that a girl got like infected with maggots in her pussy.
I mean, I thought this would be like a 10-minute thing, but we're having a good conversation. I'll edit it and see how what we come up with.
But this is what I also
It
knew.
would just be a whole episode.
We both knew that.
I didn't think it was gonna be a whole episode. I thought it was gonna be a 10-minute thing.
We're not doing a whole episode. You're making it more sharp, so you're gonna cut it all up.
It's 10 minutes, all of this?
Intense 10 minutes.
Fantastic.
Really fun 10 minutes.
Shot of the thing getting cooked.
Like while this is boiling, I'm gonna chop up all the vegetables so it's like easy to put in like afterwards. So you like have it like set aside in bowls. You cut it however you want, but like you know, if you want them to cook basically at the same speed, same size. Do you see now? This is what I mean like by protein that collects on the top. Like I could just use a spoon to like peel this away. It doesn't look very appetizing either.
No, it doesn't. It's a little scummy.
And also like today, because you guys gonna eat this, I'm using fresh vegetables. But you can also just use like a frozen mix, like whatever you have in the freezer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use some of that as well.
I always ate a lot of carrots
Did you?
and paprika.
Because you
How
were-
do you think I stay so lean and slim and sexy?
Because of all the partying.
Yes, exactly.
After all the partying, I eat my vegetables.
I wish I could cut like that.
Well, you need a sharp knife. That's
I guess you also need to know how to hold the things.
yeah. I'm gonna put in the onions now.
Onions.
Putting in the ginger now as well, and then like I put in like a handful of lime leaves.
But how much curry paste do you put inside? Well, I guess
It
we'll
depends
see.
on how strong the green curry paste is, and you can like taste it and see how strong it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna put in a lot, cause like you remember we were like using coconut milk afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah. So,
And you can just let like this cook for like at least 40 minutes. Yeah, and now that the chicken is basically like boiled through, I'm gonna add salt. It's a lot of salt. 1 tablespoon. Yeah. So after the chicken's been boiling with the salt for a while, I'm gonna remove it so I can, you know, take off the meat from the bones and so, and add it to the stew again later. Well, like first when you're making the stock, like you want it to like boil through, so it's like releasing all of the like things in the bones and so. Into the water, so it's gonna flavor it, and then afterwards I add a little salt, so that the chicken itself would have some flavor. When I put it back, and like maybe let it boil some like 45 minutes before, and then the extra 10, and then you can take it out. And now we kind of like have a chicken stock here, and we can start making the actual curry. Like this part you could skip. Like if you are in a hurry and you don't feel like making a big deal out of the things, just use a chicken stock that you can buy in a store, like bouillon cube or a fond or something like that, and then you're skipping this entire part. But the special herbs and spices you still need to put in the stock, like you know the ginger, the garlic, the onion, I put as well. Yeah. So now that the coconut milk is in, I'm putting in like vegetables and such. What?
What was that, spinach or broccoli?
Spinach and broccoli.
Now it comes with the broccoli. Here it comes with the broccoli.
Don't let it boil for a long time, because like those frozen like vegetables are kind of like pre-boiled. They're blanched beforehand, like cooked a little bit. So if you like let them like really boil, they're gonna be like really mushy and like a very unattractive color. I'm taking the chicken meat from the bones, and also we don't want the chicken skin in the soup because like that has like not a great texture. So it's just like removing the meat that you want to have. I'm also gonna add the chili to make it hot. If you don't want it that hot, don't add more chili. And like I like the like fish sauce to be on the borderline of like, you know, disgusting.
A little bit too much?
No, not like on the borderline.
Okay.
So how do we find that borderline, Marie?
Like you find your like level of fish sauce love, like by just like add little, then taste. Add little, then taste. But you know, you can't really remove, but you can always add more. So start with little and add all. More.
More.
I'm gonna start adding like a bit of lime as well. And also the cilantro, you add when you serve, because otherwise it's just gonna boil away and also look very sad. And then we can add the chicken in it as well. Chop up like some cilantro. It's like I know some people have a difficult time with cilantro. I love it.
Now we got everything ready to go. We got the rice and we really just open up. And then we have the, why don't you explain? You talk, girl.
Yeah, so now the curry is all done. I chopped up some cilantro and chili on the side that we can like add later on the plate.
Yep.
Like some people are more sensitive to chili, so that's fine to add like on the plate later on.
I love it spicy.
And also we got some lime chopped up on the side, so you can add some lime to your wishing. Yeah. If you want like more acidity, you can add this. Yeah.
Alright.
Basically, now we're ready to eat and set the table. Yeah.
Let's grab some fucking plates. Let's grab some knives and some forks. Chow down.
But actually, broth is very, very nutritious and good to eat after you've been through like physical exertion.
That's what Alex Jones used to say.
Because
Bone
of
broth. Good mofo. Lots of vegetables.
They are not like deadly cooked.
Also,
So crunchy.
like green vegetables, for some reason I always imagine are better for you.
Yeah, I think they are.
It's just like garnish this so it looks pretty. We'll have some cilantro. Ty's gonna have some more chili.
Oh,
Oh, look.
Like that chili. My butthole will be hurting tomorrow.
And we put some lime on the side here as well.
Thank you, darling.